All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're exploring a seriously fascinating dynamic: the intersection between human psychology and highly technical AI prompt engineering frameworks from tech giants like Meta and Google. We're going to look at how we interact with these tools on a fundamentally human level and how we can radically improve our results by learning to speak their language. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit manners versus the machine, the core prompting framework, refining tone and context, advanced prompting techniques, and finally, creating custom AI agents. Section 1, Manners versus the Machine, and the ongoing debate on AI etiquette. So think about this for a second. Have you ever caught yourself apologizing to your laptop for making a typo? It brings up a really interesting question. Do you say please and thank you to your AI? I mean, do you ever catch yourself using polite language with a chatbot, even though, rationally, it's literally just a stack of silicon? Well, if you do, you're definitely not alone. Nearly 70% of AI users confess to being please and thank you enthusiasts. And honestly, this is kind of hilarious. The data shows that between 12 and 18% of these polite users jokingly admit their manners are basically an insurance policy against a future robot uprising. Just appeasing the algorithm, just in case. But here's the real question. Does being polite actually help the AI perform better? Well, a 2025 study revealed a pretty wild twist. Stripping away the niceties and using direct, quote-unquote, very rude prompts actually yields an 84.8% accuracy rate, compared to just 80.8% for very polite ones. Turns out, forcing the AI to be direct and efficient by dropping the pleasantries, it just works better. Now, what's really interesting about this Ringle discussion material is that a deeper philosophical debate emerges from all this. Experts argue that we maintain this etiquette not for the AI's feelings, because obviously it doesn't have any, but to keep our own habit of human civility intact. The theory is, if we start barking orders at Alexa or ChatGPT, we might subconsciously start doing the exact same thing to waitstaff in the real world. All right, moving on to Section 2, the core prompting framework, specifically Google's 5-step method. We're pivoting here from behavioral psychology to practical utility. Because while our manners might maintain our civility, we need a highly structured approach to actually get good results from the machine. So let's break down Google's foundational 5-step prompting framework. You define the task, provide context, offer references or examples, evaluate the output, and then iterate. And to make these crucial steps stick, the Google course offers this amazingly quirky mnemonic: tiny crabs ride enormous iguanas. Task, context, references, evaluate, iterate. Definitely keep that framework in mind, because everything else we cover builds right on top of it. That brings us to Section 3, Refining Tone and Context, where we learn to specify for success. The absolute first step to elevating your prompts is stop using broad, lazy terms. Check out this matrix from Meta's guidelines. It maps out how specifying your target audience and tone completely eliminates ambiguity and totally shapes how the AI assistant lights. Targeting beginners? Ask for a friendly tone. Professionals? Keep it formal. Social media? Make it playful. This guarantees you won't just get hit with a boring, generic wall of text. And this brilliantly illustrates the point. A vague, lazy prompt like "give me business ideas" is going to yield super generic results. But look at the highly engineered instruction right next to it, asking for 5 online businesses, a 0 budget, a short description, and tools I'd need. That is exactly how you get actionable, high-quality results. Building on that, watch what happens when we add a persona, specific platform context, and tone constraints. Instead of getting generic marketing copy, an upgraded prompt spits out 3 engaging captions specifically optimized for Instagram and entirely focused on sustainability. It's a real game changer. Okay, let's step it up a notch with Section 4, Advanced Prompting Techniques, using AI as an expert partner. This first one is drawn straight from Google's model on using AI as a creative partner, and it's called prompt chaining. It's all about guiding the AI through a series of connected steps, adding layers of complexity along the way. For example, you could start by uploading a novel and asking for 3 one-sentence summaries. Once you get those, you use that exact output in your next prompt to ask the AI to combine them into a specific tagline. And then you chain it again, asking for a 6-week promotional book tour based on that new tagline. You see, you're building complexity step by step. The next technique is chain of thought prompting. Think of this exactly like a math teacher asking you to show your work. By simply appending a phrase like, explain your thought process, to your prompt, you literally force the AI to explain its reasoning as a step-by-step process. This drastically improves its decision-making and really helps you verify its logic. Finally, we have tree of thought prompting. You use this for abstract or complex problems by exploring multiple reasoning paths or branches simultaneously. Imagine asking the AI to act as 3 different designers, pitching 3 distinct styles to you at the exact same time. You can evaluate the different branches of thought, pick the best creative path forward, and then tell the AI to expand on that specific branch. Which perfectly sets up Section 5, Creating Custom AI Agents, where we learn to design personal experts. So the crucial point here is knowing how to build these personalized experts using a very specific blueprint. You have to assign a persona, detail the context, and define the task. But pay special attention to the 4th step. Set a stop rule. This is a funny but absolutely vital constraint for an ongoing simulation. You can literally tell the agent, hey, continue this roleplay until I type jazz hands, and then stop and give me feedback. I love that.
Google outlines 2 primary types of agents you can build. First, there's Agent Sim, which is used for simulating scenarios and roleplay. So your HR department might use Agent Sim to roleplay interview questions with an intern. Then there's Agent X, which provides expert feedback. You might design Agent X to act as a simulated VP of advertising at a major company, just so you can practice pitching a new marketing campaign to them before the actual meeting.
Bringing this whole explainer full circle, we can see that extracting the maximum potential from AI really does require rigid, functional, and sometimes highly direct frameworks. But, as this quote beautifully puts it, manners might cost extra electricity, but they keep our human edges soft in a digital world. Even while we're engineering perfect commands to get the absolute best outputs, we shouldn't sacrifice our soft skills. Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. As we master commanding machines with strict frameworks, how do we ensure we don't lose our human civility in the process? It's the ultimate balancing act, isn't it? Engineering perfect digital commands while maintaining real-world human empathy. It's really something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep iterating, keep practicing those prompts, and I'll catch you next time.